Hello, and welcome back to dang it, my controller. Genshin Impact, Audible Edition. So I was ready, but no, I was not. Well, yeah, it's another reading session. Actually, I should get rid of this while we're still here. Kuki Shinobu. You know those Nakuweed rings they have in Inazuma? You know, the kind that can drive out evil? Shinobu got the idea that since wicked things won't cross their boundaries willingly, we could make them into items that could be actively used. Her talent for being a shrine maiden truly is frightening. Wonder who said that. It's probably Paimon. Paimon says everything in your inventory. Alright, that's that. Daily commissions will be just the usual. So, there's no need to go through that. Let's go to Valyria Mirage again. Right over here. I'm gonna take a ride on one of these log flumes. Board. Perfect. Let's archive. Okay. Now we're going into the category of food. I've already read everything else, so food is the last one on this materials agenda. And then I'll read all of the birthday wishes. Alright. Starting off with Outrider's Champion Steak. Amber's specialty. One side is obviously uncooked. The other side gives off a subtle scent of something burnt. Close your eyes and have a big mouthful, just to keep Amber happy if nothing else. So it's not good. Fruity skewers. Kaya's specialty. A chewy skewer with a rich sweet aftertaste. Wait, is this really the smell of fruit? Mysterious bolognese. Lisa's specialty. With an inexplicable aura, this bolognese is so exotic that you can never have enough. Did she actually enchant it with some kind of magic? Spicy stew. Barbara's specialty. Carrots cut into cute little stars make this dish. Wait. Where'd the spiciness come from? Invigorating pizza. Jean's specialty. This pizza almost seems more art than food. Just one slice is enough to have you raring to go. Is this what keeps Jean working so hard? Puppy paw hash brown. Razor's specialty. Carefully shaped to resemble a wolf's paw. You can really feel the effort he has put into trying human cooking. Once upon a time in Mondstadt. Diluc's specialty. Feast your eyes, and then your stomach upon this delicacy as the soft ribs melt in your stomach, in your mouth. Who knew Diluc was able to cook this well? Ribs? Oh, that's steak. I thought that was meant to be like bread. No, it's steak. Lighter than air pancake. Noel's specialty. These thick pastries are the special afternoon snacks of the Knights of Favonius. They give people the sense that they have fallen upon a layer of fluffy clouds, and seeing Noel smile makes the feeling all the sweeter. A buoyant breeze. Venti's specialty. Other than the Cecilia flowers used for decoration, the ingredients are no different from normal. But if you taste it carefully, you can taste the flavor of a wind that brings hope and tiny twists of fate. Perhaps this is exactly what he wants. Fish flavored toast, Klee's specialty. By way of apology for wantonly using her bombs to scare away the fish, Jean instructed Klee to make this toast for the fishermen. It's filling and tasty. Klee will never starve again, even after a whole day of blast fishing. Oh, yeah, it looks good, but it could have a bit more, more topping. Teyvat charred egg, Bennett's specialty. For some reason, every single fried egg is a little burnt around the edges. That said, the burnt crisp does lend a whole new flavor to the dish. Wanmin Restaurant's boiled fish, Xiangling's specialty. This is the signature dish of the Wanmin Restaurant, combining Xiangling's heartfelt passion for cuisine. Anyone who tastes it will gain a pure appreciation for gourmet food amid the hearty and addictive blend of flavors. All delicacy parcels, Xinqiu's specialty. This dish's almost artisan appearance makes one almost reluctant to tuck in. But once you get a taste, its fresh, light and lovely sweetness will make the dish hard to put down. Hang on a moment. Did he throw the carrots out by any chance? Cold noodles with mountain delicacies, Chongyun's specialty. Though these springy noodles would be irresistible in the sweltering summer, Chongyun insists on dining on them even in the chattering cold of winter. What a guy. Jiankun Mora meat, Ningguang's specialty. The pastry is perfectly soft and waxy, as is the consistency of the meat, and the honey-like meat juices ooze out as you squeeze it. Wherever did the high and mighty Tianchuan Lady Ningguang learn to make this dish? Definitely not bar food. Diona's specialty. The fish skin is crisp, and the meat is sumptuous. Only someone with a sufficiently great love for fish will be able to bring out such lovely flavors. Now if only there was something to drink to go with it. Uh-oh, she's looking this way. The Weishet Letzter Schluss, life. What? The whole thing just means life? Mona's specialty. A great work from a great astrologer. Its greatest aspect lies with its cost-effectiveness in filling one's stomach. The Heilige Symphony. Special's specialty. The exquisite presentation doth seem to communicate some incomprehensible enigma. When partaking, if one were to gaze upon Fischl, one might see her exceptional gaze peek through the gaps of her fingers, which she is using to cover half her face. Is this also part of the mystery? She's shy. No tomorrow. Chi-Chi's specialty. The neat rows of ingredients seem at once exotic and delicious, and Baju says that Chi-Chi has spent a long time creating this dish. Still, once one considers that Chi-Chi has no sense of taste, just putting chopsticks to the food is going to take some courage. Yeah, she just puts a bunch of stuff together. Flash fried fillet, Beidou's specialty. They say that Beidou once learned some tricks from Xiangling, making some refinement and adding more flavor to this dish. If you can clean it out in one go, perhaps you might impress her. Oh boy. Oh, I'll impress her alright. Survival grilled fish, Keqing's specialty. Not golden shrimp balls? This dish was not grilled. Instead, It was fried from within through the delicate application of electro. A gentle bite reveals fragrant fish under the lightly charred skin. It stays perfectly balanced. So is this how she survives in the wild? You really can't judge a book by its cover. She uses electro to cook. Ding. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a microwave. Did she microwave this fish? Nutritious meal. Version 0.593. Sucrose's specialty. It looks like some strange alchemical product at first, but sucrose insists that it is a healthy and nutritious meal, the result of many experiments and painstaking improvements. Its healthy green color comes from a mix of cream and natural vegetable juices. Wait, vegetable juices? Slow-cooked bamboo shoot soup. Zhongli's specialty. The ham is a butt end selected according to Yuehai Pavilion's gourmet standards. The fresh meat is pork belly, freshly hunted in Springvale, while the bamboo shoots are the densest you'll find in Qingce village. It is then heated, slowly, gently, and with the utmost care and technique. Such a particular taste may only be shared with those who know how to appreciate it. Rockin' Riffin chicken. Xinyan's specialty. Its demonic appearance hides an absolutely demonic spiciness. Eat it, tear up, eat some more, and don't stop till you drop. Surely only a demon could have invented such a dish. A prize catch. Tartaglia's specialty. It looks like a trapped beast floundering in an ocean of blood, as death throws an inaudible scream. But Tartaglia smiles and explains that this is something he fished out of the sea, with some products from his homeland on the side. Just octopus. Prosperous peace. Ganyu's specialty. The image of a resting Qilin is by itself enough to calm a person down. Ganyu has put her well wishes for all that is lovely in this world into this dish, and she's saved some of her favorite ginseng flowers just for you too. Ganyu has put her well wishes for all that is lovely in this world, for all that is beautiful in this world. Oh boy. Woodland Dream. Albedo's specialty. The fruits and vegetables are laid out like grass, and they stand tall like trees in this miniature world in a plate. You circle the mottled city wall, follow brown alleys, and enter the light orange castle. A sweet tender taste then bursts forth like a blooming flower. You open your eyes. There is a smile in the white-haired prince's eyes. Nice. Sweet Dream. Xiao's specialty. His dream is very simple, and it is merely a lovely dream. Ghostly March. Hu Tao's specialty. The round-faced ghouls seem quite cute, squeezed into a pile as they are, but if you were to fall to temptation and try but one of them, you may yet come to regret it for a long while. After all, this plate is full of top quality, taste bud blasting. Actually, what on earth is this stuff anyway? No one knows. Dinner of Judgment. Rosario's specialty. The seemingly dark thorns make it hard to know how to begin tucking in. After some effort, you manage to clear the ornamentation away, and to your surprise, the first taste of the tender chicken unveils a shockingly lovely taste. As Rosario studies your reaction, she seems pleased. That's a very peculiar type of decoration. Thorny vines. My way. Yanfei's specialty is crab roe tofu, done to an incredible degree of regularity. Its dimensions and flavor are all faithfully rendered according to the crab roe tofu laws in the recipe, with not a single letter omitted. Stormcrest pie, Eula's specialty. It's hard to say if the unorthodox, non-full moon shape is meant to flout tradition or express her tooth for a tooth ethos. A rich, savory, and smoky flavor emanates from beneath the golden outer crust, unlikely to be reproducible by anybody else in Mondstadt. Best not to tell her all this, though, lest she add it to her list of personal vendettas. Snow on the Hearth, Kamisato Ayaka's specialty. This is almost like a small, lovely, and intricate artwork, with its pale red outer coat covering the feelings that the young maiden began to harbor from that moment on. If one had the honor of enjoying such a treat while having tea with a princess as graceful and noble as a white heron, one would surely yearn to have that moment stretch out into eternity. All-weather booty, Kaidahara Kazuha's specialty, made from fish that have been dried on the ship. Kazuha claims that they were completely ordinary fish, but this flavor, this must surely be the definition of free, all-embracing nature, no? Summer Festival Fish, Yoimiya's specialty. Watching the fireworks, your hands full of the snacks Yoimiya has given you, your carefree childlike laughter in your ear as the pyrotechnics burst overhead. Amid this unique symphony of sounds, the plump goldfish in your hand almost looks like it might start swimming at any moment. Dizziness Begone, no Jutsu version 2.0. Sayu's specialty. The onigiri has been kneaded by Sayu into a cutesy shape. But remember, it's a Mujina, not a tanuki. Got it? And now that you mention it, this must be how Sayu can sleep for a whole day after eating, right? Satiety Gel, Alloy specialty. The cross-section looks perfect, its shape is regular, and it gives off a cool air. At first, Alloy seemed a bit apprehensive as to whether you'd enjoy this rather unique dessert, but she was relieved when you wolfed it all down in one go. A stunning stratagem. Sanganamiya Kokomi's specialty. The egg is wrapped up, almost like a package, and the fishtail at the end is both small and very cute. It really makes you wonder what's inside the package, but at the same time, you can't bear to eat such a beautiful looking thing. You glance at the crystal clear smile in Kokomi's eyes. Ah, darn it, you've fallen for her trick, haven't you? Faith Eternal, Kujo-Sara's specialty. Forget calling it a dish. This is really more like a snack. The sweet, fluffy flavor really doesn't seem to suit Sara's own preferences. Wait a moment. That symbol on the snack, does this have to do with a certain other person's tastes instead? Sweet, fluffy flavor. So that's what Raiden's into. Warmth, Toma's specialty. The intricate appearance of this dish belies the simple ingredients used, but take a sip and Toma's sunshine smile comes straight to mind. Perhaps this is his special ability, warming the hearts of others using the simplest of ingredients. Way of the Strong, Arataki Ito's specialty. He insists that this is a heretofore unmatched dish. Handmade by Arataki #1 gourmet Ito. Whether standing, sitting, or lying down, this will fill your tummy in one shot and send you well on your way to becoming the second mightiest being in the world. What a swell guy. Victorious Legend, Goro's specialty. The side dishes have been piled high to form a sight, as moving as Goro's own motivations. As you finish the noodles and soup all in one go and pat your stomach in satisfaction, you look up and see Goro, smiling radiantly as his tail wags from side to side, the latter probably unbeknownst to him. Heartstring noodles. Shenhe's specialty. Perhaps this comes from her desire to recreate a flavor that lives only in her memories, but Shenhe has poured much time and effort into both making and plating this dish. The smooth noodles and delectable soup make a great impression indeed, but the most indelible aspects are the dedication and heart put into this dish. Cloud-shrouded jade. Yunjin's specialty. This sweet and sticky snack will somehow not affect your throat in any negative way, which is why it's Yunjin's favorite. The aftertaste is most elegant, not something one would get sick of quickly. Come to think of it, this is quite a decent bit more than she would usually make herself, or for herself. But who are you to question her kindness? Fukuchi Udon, Yaemiko's specialty. The fried tofu in here is specially made by the solemn Lady Kitsune. They said that if you eat it all at one go, with sincerity in your heart, you will have the protection of the great Kitsune. Misfortune shall flee and fortune abound. Quiet elegance. Kamisato Ayato's specialty. Is it just 2 shrimps? The arrangement is exquisite and elegant, much like the manner in which Ayato handles all his affairs. Any more, and it would have been excessive. Any less, and it would have been proved a sight squandered. As you sample the dish, you find that its flavor is identical to that of Uyu Restaurant's amazing. As you reach your chopsticks for that crystalline camellia, Ayato stops you. That was something I made during sword practice. It's just a decoration. So that little flower thing. Omurice Waltz. Kuki Shinobu's specialty. The soft egg skin almost seems to dance upon a stage made from sauce, with fluffy rice wrapped under its swaying skirt. This would even be a match for the work of Uyu Restaurant's head chef. Truly, Shinobu's chef license was not earned in vain. Dew-dipped shrimp. Yelan's specialty. Amongst the ingredients here is the new tea, dipped dew, delivered from Chaoying village right to the tea house, which was then quickly fried together with freshly caught river shrimp. The look is sightly, the scent of distant tea and the taste both tender and springy. Wait a moment, why is she coming over with that plate of chili? Was this a palate cleanser? The only truth. Shikanoin Hazel's specialty. On the tender, moist scrambled egg lies a juicy katsu fried to golden perfection. Its aroma most enticing indeed. Having been tempted to gobble the dish down, you are somehow seized by the urge to let out all that is hidden in your heart. This is not some sort of secret weapon of Hazel, is it? Forest Watcher's choice. Tignari's specialty. The Forest Watcher personally picked out these edible mushrooms. Not only the common ones, but also a few mysterious looking shrooms that you have never seen before. No condiments were added, for the limelight should go to the ingredients' unmarred freshness. It must have taken him quite some time to prepare this delicious dish. Yearning. Kale's specialty. Nutrient-rich ingredients have been stuffed inside the soft pastry shell to create a filling dish fit for those on the move. According to Collie, that cutlet in it is named Forest Ranger's Barbecue. You know, this rather reminds me of a certain enthusiastic girl in red. The dish must be the embodiment of Collie's innermost admiration. Forest Ranger's Barbecue. Outriders Champion. Show me the Mora. Dory's specialty. After paying a large sum of Mora, you finally got a chance to taste the dish cooked by Lord Sangamabe herself. Firm chicken is covered in the silky sauce, with a smooth texture. With the mind-controlling charm of its great flavor, this dish is spurring an impulse in you to spend another fortune just to get another bite. Swirling Steps. Nilu's specialty. The crystal clear cup that reminds you of an ornate jewel case contains a soft melt-in-your-mouth pudding. The reddish coloration, like a fleeting trance, reminds you ever so much of Nilu's radiant dancing form. Would that this dance might last forever. Jewel Soul. Tano's specialty. The golden grains of rice have been piled up like a most remarkable hill. As you scoop out a chunk and place the fragrant meat into your mouth, an impulse you cannot name rises within your chest. A desire to whip out your genius invocation deck and duel. Whip out your deck. Utmost care. Candace's specialty. The aroma of this dish hits your nose long before it can be plated up. It would seem that Candace's adept guardianship also extends to sustaining appetites. But this really is an extraordinary amount of Aru mixed rice. How are you supposed to deal with this mountain of overflowing consideration? Extravagant slumber. Layla's specialty. The scattered nuts are like stars dotted in the deep and quiet night sky. After just one bite, your body and mind after a day's work suddenly felt relaxed and peaceful. When you told Layla about that feeling, she showed a mixed expression of joy and regret. That's great. If only it could work for me too. There's the Nahida's one. Traditionally made. Alright. Shimi Chazuke, Wanderer's specialty. The mildly bitter fragrance of tea and refreshingly sweet aroma of rice are perfectly blended together, leaving you to wolf it down insatiably. How did he manage to cook something so extraordinary? Your expression must have betrayed this thought to him, for his face suddenly turns grim. Have you finished yet? Stop gawking and go wash the dishes now. Ideal circumstance. Al-Haytham's specialty. A dish created through the fusion of vegetables and meat prepared in a patented frying pan. Improvements were made to the recipe, making it taste quite different from the original dish. The words on the food mean contemplation. In the words of the creator, ideally everyone should be capable of contemplation, but practically it doesn't seem very possible. Ah yes, indeed you can see some writing on it. Very cool. A Chingsa household dish. Yao Yao's specialty. It looks rather mundane as it is not displayed with the same luxurious aesthetic as dishes prepared by a fancy restaurant. However, as soon as you take a bite, the flavor immediately offers you a fragrant and intimate experience, certain to leave an everlasting impression. After a single taste, what's on your tongue will be your heart for good. As for the reason, maybe the secret ingredient to this recipe is simply caring. It just looks like a bunch of mushrooms. Gold Flame Tagine. Gold Flame Tagine. Daya's specialty. As you open the unassuming lid, you are greeted with supple meat that turns out to be so tender that one could get drunk on the sensation of it slipping between your lips. It seems that Daya's dab kitchen hand is as steady as her sword arm. Surveyor's breakfast. I'm pretty sure that's Mika. The Endeavor. Kave's specialty. The golden crust of the biscuit is arranged to resemble the palace of Alcazazre, and the meal rises like a tower from a pure white pond of yogurt source. Though the creator of the dish has placed a monumental amount of effort into its creation, he seems to have missed the fact that all the biscuits must be broken during the process of consumption. All his effort to create that will be gone. Heat quelling soup. Heat quelling soup. I don't know. So these characters have yet to have their birthdays. Otherwise, I would actually have these dishes. Fisherman's toast. Energizing bento. Who could that be? I don't know. Fisherman's toast. Onion-covered toast. Exudes a wonderful aroma. Are the fish biting for the bait? Or is it the toast they're after? Tevat fried egg. An egg fried on one side. With a taste of the summer sun. It invigorates you from the first bite. Steak. A grilled steak. Juicy, flavorsome, fragrant steak. One bite and you feel yourself come alive. Chicken mushroom skewer. A skewer of mushroom and poultry. All the best the wild has to offer are pierced on just one stick. Flaming red bolognese. Bolognese covered with meat sauce. The beautiful, authentic flavors may take you on a culinary adventure from first bite to the last. Radish veggie soup. Radish-based vegetable soup. The clear aromas are perfectly accompanied by a sunny summer afternoon. Tea break pancake. A stack of round pancakes, tender and fluffy. The sweet-smelling pancakes taste like clouds. A heavenly delicacy, no doubt. Fried radish balls. Fried radish balls. It's insane that something so delicious comes from plain old radishes. All who eat them will truly understand Leo's culinary reputation. Satisfying salad. A vegetable salad, fresh, light and varied. You never get tired of eating this, even if you had to eat it for the rest of your life. Sweet Madame. Honey roasted fowl, tender and sweet. The meat has perfectly fused with the honey, ensuring the only thing left of this dish will be the cleanly picked bones. Northern smoked chicken. Smoked fowl paired with vegetables. A dish fit for a king. Go on, find one and serve him with pride. Cream stew. A meat and vegetable stew. These warm buttery ingredients are so good that you almost want to dive into the cream stew and cuddle up with them. Mushroom pizza. A pizza covered in cheese and mushrooms. It's a party in your mouth and the cheese and mushrooms invited all their delicious friends. Mondstadt hash brown. A fried cake of mashed potatoes. Close your eyes and feel the mild breeze and sweet dew that Mondstadt offers. Cold cut platter. A plate of cold cut meat. The seasoning is just delightful enough to bring out the flavors perfectly. With a mouthful of meaty ecstasy, one worries about nothing. Sticky honey roast. A meat dish in a sweet honey sauce. The warm honey draws out the flavor of the meat, creating a flavor explosion akin to bathing in the warm summer sun. Crab ham and veggie bake. A luxurious bake. The scent is so rich and heavenly, you'll only be done once you've licked the plate clean. Jade parcels. An exquisite looking dish. The sweetness of the ham and the crisp lotus seeds are a match made in heaven. The aromatic broth pours down like the dawning light. Caressing your tongue with an unworldly delicious taste. Zhongyuan chop suey. Blackback perch stew. A poached fish dish. The fish fillets are so tender and juicy that they almost seem to come alive in your mouth. The sense of loss is so unbearable that when you swallow a piece down, you just have to treat yourself to another. Squirrel fish. A hard to prepare fish dish. The fish is expertly handled to exhibit an elegant shape. However, the exquisitely balanced sweet and sour taste is really where the dish truly comes alive. The culinary skills involved in preparing this dish can impress even the greatest chefs of Liyue. Almond tofu. A dessert made from ground almonds. It has the exquisite look and texture of a piece of white jade, and could pass as an art piece, so much so that you could not entertain the idea of actually eating it. Juyun chili chicken. Chicken in a dressing, served cold. The chicken is extremely tender, juicy and sweet. The delicious taste transports you to the realm of dreams. Jewelry soup. A simple vegetable soup. The mild tasting soup is filled with the fragrance of fresh vegetables. This down-to-earth and heartwarming soup can rival any luxurious dish. Matsutake meat rolls. The pan-fried meat dish. It combines the essences of the mountains and the nourishments of the celestial bodies. It is a very nutritional dish that will surely bring a smile to your face. Mora meat. A large hunk of minced meat packaged inside a pastry with a crisp crust and tender meat. This legendary delicacy is so succulent, and not even Mora laid in front of you could distract you from enjoying it. Yeah, because that's your Mora, and you're paying for the dish. Munch that grilled fish. Fish grilled thoroughly with moderate fire, locking the delicious juice inside the meat under the crispy skin. A small bite is all that's needed to unlock its wondrous and delicious taste. Stir-fried fillet. Slices of meat stir-fried on high heat. The spiciness is as a blaze amidst a field of snow that ignites your appetite and leaves you craving more. Golden crab. A crab dish cooked in the ancient ways. The aroma of crab meat inundates the room the instant it leaves the frying pan, and a single bite fills one's palate with the countless rustic flavors of a fishing village hometown. It seems that such simple yet timeless village customs held the secret to this lavish, golden sumptuousness all along. Crystal shrimp. One of Liyue's traditional snacks. The outer skin is as clear as its crystal namesake, and when it enters the mouth, one's tongue could be forgiven for thinking that the fresh shrimp within it is still alive. Those who eat it can only lament that 4 pieces per serving is far, far too few. Just order more servings. Grilled tiger fish. A fish kebab grilled over an open flame. The fish is a fresh catch straight from the harbor. Lightly seasoned and swiftly grilled, its aroma attracts the street cats. Indeed, freshness is the secret of flavor. Traditionally, the dish, now known as tiger fish, referred exclusively as grilled ticker fish. Over time, however, the dish's name turned into tiger fish and came to refer to grilled fish in general. In fact, a true ticker fish underwent a sharp decline in population, along with many other sea creatures years ago, and is now on the verge of extinction. Right. It's what happens with Pervases. When a Shao said he wants a dish of grilled ticker fish. I was like, wait, grilled ticker fish? There's no grilled ticker fish, there's grilled tiger fish. and I was wondering if they were saying it wrong. But no. It's just the old way of saying it. Barbados's ratatouille, a lotus seed and bird egg soup. Adeptus's temptation. I'm missing a lot of recipes. A complex, famous type of Leo cuisine. This dish is rare and exquisite mix of both land and sea, combining countless delicious delicacies in one flavor-filled pot. Each mouthful is a moment to remember. It's even irresistible enough to entice the Adepti down from their celestial abode. Golden shrimp bowls. A deep-fried shrimp dish, from the rich, indulgent scent of crispy golden potato strips, to the satisfying crunch as you take your first bite, to the grand finale of delicious sweet shrimp. This dish is pure pleasure. Apple cider. A freshly squeezed, fashionable and fruity non-alcoholic beverage, said to have strong sobering effect. Tavern patrons often order this as the last drink of the night. Triple layered consomme. A neatly arranged dish. The evenly sized threads reveal exquisite knife work. Rather than a dish, this seems more like a work of art. But once you work up the wherewithal to pick up those chopsticks and have at it, the delicious flavors will be utter bliss. Leaving this as a mere work of art would be such a shame. Lotus flower crisp. One of Leo's traditional snacks. The flower petals waver to life if you gently blow on them. As you close your eyes and take a bite, the luscious flavor covers your taste buds like a sweet harmony of blooming flowers and fluttering birds in the breeze. Adventurous breakfast sandwich. A nutritious egg dish. The mayonnaise rises like the sun over the rippling poached egg surface. And the exquisite mouthfeel really hits the spot. The unique salty flavor of the ham cuts right through the mix as well, like light parting the gathered clouds. Northern apple stew. A dish with braised meat and apples. The meat is juicy in the extreme, and no matter how much of it you eat, you still want more. The way every breath you take is tinged with the flavor of apples reminds you of nothing so much as lying in an apple orchard. Goulash. A steaming hot stew. Just one spoonful sends a down-to-earth sense of satisfaction welling up from the depths of your heart. The meat's flavor grows with every chew, bringing limitless strength to the eater even in the coldest wintry wastes. Sunshine Sprat. Gently fried fish dish. The fish melts in your mouth, melding the flavors of land and sea together as it does, making for an unforgettable experience. Little wonder then that such a simply made dish can make it into restaurants of great class. Vegetarian abalone. A vegetarian dish with a rich flavor. With the aid of the sauce, the matsutake has achieved an excellent, elegant mouthfeel that so rivals scallop in tenderness and abalone in freshness that you can hardly tell them apart. If you left your customer guessing before revealing the truth later, you would be sure to earn their astonished praise. Mint chili. A refreshing dessert. The perfect springiness makes for a lovely sight indeed. When you strike it with the back of a small spoon, taste that spoonful and that cool and refreshing feel will spread through your mouth instantly, dispelling any negative emotions you may harbor to the point where you feel like you've become a new person. Mint salad. A fragrant salad dish. The slightly bitter, minty, fresh flavors do not cover the blazing mouthfeel of the June chili, but instead cause the spiciness to reach new heights. The two whirl and pirouette on your tongue like a pair of contending dancers to the hearty and vigorous applause of all. Crab roe tofu. A dish with a tender mouthfeel. The tofu is so tender that it might break if you blew on a spoonful of it. Each granule of the crab roe is plump and filled with crab oil that oozes out onto your lips the moment you have a single bite. Chewing is not needed at all. The food travels down your gullet in a flash, leaving nothing but the memory of its fresh flavor. Chicken tofu pudding. A dish that requires great precision to make, successfully formed into a single block with no debris. It truly looks like tofu pudding. Its exquisite tenderness unravels on the tongue the moment it is scooped up with a porcelain spoon and fed into the mouth. And the taste is so sublime, it almost feels like having an out-of-body experience. What lies before you is no mere dish. A gentle breeze, a pure spring, a stroke of the divine. Rice buns. Soft and fluffy buns. The unique sweetness of the whole grains passes between your teeth and lips as you chew. The relatively nondescript ingredients have been transformed into a true delicacy by your labors. This is one of the simple pleasures of the common folk, and tastes best after some good honest work. Tuna sushi. A traditional dish made with one's bare hands. The delicate fat lines the fish slices like hoarfrost falling on a road, and the balance of fat and lean is perfect. The maker of this dish is not fancy in the slightest, but has imparted both the profundity of field and sea to the tasting tongue. Tricolor dango, a soft glutinous snack. The luster of these dango is like the falling morning dew, and it gives off the feeling of lush flowers and branches. When watching the flowers, eating this snack gives one a sense of happiness, as if the whole following year would be as glorious as the falling flowers before them. Onigiri, a potable dish made with rice and crispy seaweed, adds a bit of umami to the down-to-earth sweetness of the glutinous rice. For the final touch, the fresh fish within the onigiri strikes like an ambushing band, and the satisfaction it brings to body and mind is like a clarion flourish of victory. Sashimi platter, a seafood dish made using fresh sea ingredients. The plate spread before you is like a work of art, almost too beautiful to shatter. The surpassing knife work has imparted the greatest mouthfeel upon the ingredients possible. The delicate texture, the exquisite springiness, the natural sweetness. It is like something living is leaping inside your mouth, straight from the ocean and into your heart. Egg roll. A fried egg dish. The shape of the dish as a whole, the golden color, the fluffy mouthfeel. A small piece of this may not fill your stomach, but it will fill you with warmth. Not to mention that sweetness that you can almost reach out and touch, simply irresistible. Dry braised salted fish. Dried fish that has been grilled slowly over a charcoal flame. The rich fat oozes out as the fish meets the grill, and with those sizzling sounds, the fish is clothed in a burnished golden coat. The meat is firm but delicious, and the mouthfeel is quite delicate. Such is the unsurpassed gift of the seas. Butter crab. A grilled crab dish. The butter-infused crab legs have a rich aroma that washes over the taste buds so seductively that before you know it, you've eaten it all and are left sipping at the dregs of butter in the crab shell, hoping to recapture a fragment of the dish's beauty. Miso soup. A simple and unadorned soup dish. The flavorful soup gives off a leaven fragrance. One mouthful of this rice will ensure the completeness of the entire meal. Imported poultry. A meat dish drizzled with sauce. Having been marinated beforehand, the fowl has had several layers of flavor added to it, keeping its oiliness in perfect moderation. Bite down on that crispy, crackling flour skin, and feel the rich juices of the flower rush into your mouth and whet your appetite. Sakura mochi, a delicate and elegant snack. It is surrounded by the fragrance of sakura, and its elegant exterior hides a loveliness that comes forth and disappears in a single instant. In a moment when all is silent, a single taste returns you to the moment when the sakura were as a blizzard all about you. Mixed yakisoba, one of Inazuma's common household dishes. Some mysterious art of seasoning has been imparted upon the slightly curled noodles and ordinary side dishes. Smooth, springy, rich. The magic at work on the plate is such that one will never tire of cleaning it out. Crab roe korayaki. A crab meat dish that has been cooked directly over the flames. The crab meat still has a lovely scarlet shade, and its meat is tender and juicy. The crab roe has a refreshing aroma, and is rich and mellow to the taste. The sheer grace of this entity upon your tongue makes you start to wonder how the crab shell might taste. Sakura tempura, a dish deep fried in oil. The batter is thin and sheer, like a set of luxurious clothes over the ingredients. The outside crispness and freshness within form amazing layers of texture, leading those who eat it to marvel at just how this delicacy was created. Invigorating kiddie meal. This main dish looks rather cute. A simple methodology used to make it has maximized flavor retention in its ingredients. Even cats who usually pay humdrum humanity little mind will surely come running over when they catch a whiff of this. Wait a moment. Was this supposed to attract dogs too? Sweet shrimp sushi. A fresh and sweet traditional dish. Crystal white shrimp reclines on the snow-white piles of rice. The sourness of the vinegared grains and sweetness of the meat intertwine upon your tongue like the gentle dance of lapping waves on white shores. Bird egg sushi. An everyday Inazuma dish. A tender egg bounces on the tongue together with the rich grains, bringing to mind a joy that recalls one's childhood. Eager to relive that sweetness, you pick up another before your brain can even catch up. Grilled unagi fillet. A grilled dish. The fat oils sizzle all across the meat surface like a flowery prelude. The baptism of charcoal fire and moistening sauce has imparted a delicate softness to the unagi's mouthfeel. If you pair this with rice, you'll be liable to leave not only a single drop of sauce behind. Radish and fish stew. A meat and vegetable dish. Migratory fish have experienced many trials of the bitter cold, towering waves and tumultuous storms en route to arriving upon the stove, and together with the radish, they have absorbed the essence of the flavorful soup long before they were ladled onto your plate. This sweetness warms the heart and soul, like a fire in the midst of a blistering world of snow. Wakatakeni. A light-colored vegetarian dish. The new life born in the embrace of the ocean and the crisp freshness that sprouted in the mountains have blended into this broth. The light and gentle flavors give one a foretaste of the wonder of the four seasons, and of the revivification of all life. Berry mizu manju. a crystal clear snack. The regular round balls sit upon the plate like coalesce flowing water, and their fillings glisten like pearls. During warm seasons, the very sight of this dish is a balm to the soul, and when it enters your mouth, the mild sweetness that flows out from within causes all your frustrations to vanish without a trace. Soba noodles. A plain and simple noodle dish, the unique flavor of buckwheat has been maximized, and as the springy noodles slip past your throat, they leave behind a gentle aftertaste, like an old song floating through a tranquil courtyard. Bountiful year. Luxurious and exquisite raw fish. The stacked raw fish is sliced as thin as cicada wings, and their taste is as light as mist. Their patterned lines opal white, like snow kissing the earth. One can hardly wait to dig in. The soft and smooth meat and myriad condiment flavors coalesce on the tongue, to the praise of all. Truly, this is the flavor experience to top them all. Sangayaki, a simple, humble fisherman's side dish, full of nutrition and flavor. The lightly charred, yellowed exterior wraps the tender insides, providing two pleasures at once. Fish paste was already quite delectable raw, and the charcoal grilling only makes it better. Udon noodles. Highly springy noodles. The snow-white soft yet elastic udon, and the elegantly flavored soup combine to make a simple but comforting dish. The faintest scent of wheat may eventually travel down into your belly together with the sweet noodles, but the aftertaste of warmth will remain. Katsu sandwich. A nutritionally balanced meal. The fragrant and fluffy bread fills you right up, while the crispy, juicy katsu titillates the senses. One single bite is all that it takes to fill you from tongue to gut with satisfaction. Now then, who was the one who first thought of this brilliant combination? I'd rather it with rice, personally. Rainbow Aster. I don't have Rainbow Aster. Why, weird. Anyway, butter chicken. A flavorful dish. Juicy chicken is saturated with silky sauce. Every bite orchestrates an elemental symphony of flavors. Oops, before you even know it, you had already emptied the plate, dipped the flatbread in the sauce. Every last drop of this must go. Shawarma wrap. Basically kebabs. A wrap filled with roasted meat. On the thin, soft flatbread lies the tender meat covered in a crispy exterior, and the flavor is enriched by spices and balanced by vegetables. A small mouthful is enough to please one's picky taste buds. Eat carefully now. You don't want to miss out on a single drop of the juice. Masala cheese balls. An Aranara style dish that Paimon drained her brain juice dry to improve. It is, in fact, a rather traditional recipe in Sumeru. The spices were mixed with the other ingredients in a special way to bring out the most original scents. They awaken your taste buds and create a multi-layered flavor profile. The cheese balls are crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. They go deliciously well with steamy hot potatoes. Mushroom hodgepodge. An Aranara style dish that Paimon drained her brain juice dry to improve. But in fact, it only requires a few common mushrooms from Sumeru, along with some extra seasonings. The heat and cooking time have been adjusted to preserve the distinctive flavors of 3 different types of mushrooms. Depending on one's preference, they can either be eaten together or one at a time to study the subtly varying flavors. Pita pockets. A bread with varied fillings. Aromatic meat and crunchy vegetables are the leading actors of this big show. The sauce, or the gaffer, has expertly focused the limelight on the jewel, while each pocket is full of surprises, just like a magician's bag. Minty bean soup. A rich soup made with simple ingredients. The smooth texture caresses your taste buds, filling your mouth with refreshing scent of beans and mints. The unadorned yet pleasant flavor reminds you of a leisurely walk in the shade. Who can refuse such simple delight? Tajin. A classic rice dish, served in large quantities. With the first bite, the crispy outside cracks with delightful crunching sounds. The second bite combines the soft and moist rice with juicy meat in your mouth. Then, the third bite brings in the patisara's fragrance. The last bite, however, leaves your heart empty. What a pity it is that you are too full to continue this wondrous experience. Well then, why not have another serving tomorrow? Lambad fish roll. A grilled fish dish with a faint floral scent. The rolling golden fish meat and fragrant rose petals remind you of the billowing waves of the sea surface, colored crimson by the setting sun. You see why the dish is also called the romance of sailors. Wait just a minute. Does this mean that Lambad's adventure stories are not exaggerated after all? Baklava, a traditional Sumeru dessert. A certain researcher once said that the people of Sumeru can split into two categories: those who eat desserts to live, and those who live to eat desserts. The thin puff pastry layers of this dish, and the bone-piercing aroma of butter and honey, may yet consign all who taste it into the second camp. Candied Agellanak nuts. A rich dessert. The syrup itself melts upon contact with your mouth, while revealing the nut like a gem swathed in velvet. Layer leading on to layer of joy. One small bite, and it is as if you're soaked in a tub of silken sweetness. Why, you really must make a few pieces more next time. Chili minced cornbread buns. A traditional snack from Lea. The intense charred aroma of the wok sits on the condiments, which is shoveled into the fluffy buns, filling the air with a fragrance that itself worth rave reviews. Just as the laboring hands of Lea's people created this famous prosperous harbor, these ordinary ingredients can be developed by one's labor into something surprising in its deliciousness. No wonder such a dish could even awaken a sleeping god. Holy water. A bottle of clear, colorless, and containment-free liquid, indistinguishable from ordinary spring water, may or may not be worth putting all of one's hopes into. A local legend claims that a certain supernatural presence exists in the spring at the far side of Springvale, which borders the mountains. If this is the case, maybe there really is something special in this bottle of water. Pop's Teas. Teas from Lea. After a grueling trek around the vast region Lea, there's nothing more rejuvenating than a big swig of tea from Pop's Teas. Wolfhook Juice. A freshly squeezed, fashionable and fruity non-alcoholic beverage. Iced wolfhook juice mixed with a pinch of other ingredients, forming a dreamy shade of violet. Berry and Mint Burst. A freshly squeezed, fashionable and fruity non-alcoholic beverage. Refreshing burst of mint with berries to sweeten the deal. It has an exquisite aroma. Dango Milk. A creative snack made by adding sticky dango to milk. It is sweet and has a dense mouthfeel. All the customers who have tried it love it. Still, it is dango that's been added in. Drink too much and you might lose your appetite. Sparkling berry juice. An all-new non-alcoholic beverage. Berries of varying ripeness and layers of sour to sweet to this juice, while the cooling sparkling water refreshes the soul, a fine companion for a pleasant and leisurely time. Wheat. Golden, sun-kissed tassels. Needs to be ground down to flour for further use. Cabbage. A layered leafy vegetable, Said to have originally been an ornamental plant, it certainly looks great in the pot. Salt, a savory seasoning. A precise but adequate amount will elevate the quality of the cuisine. It said that someone once lived who implored his descendants to be unto this world as salt is unto rocks. Onion, a spherical vegetable. As vengeance for cutting it, it will make you cry, no matter how brave you are. Pepper, peppery, cuts through oily flavors and excites the taste buds. Goes best on meat. Milk. Sweet and fragrant cow's milk. Don't waste a single drop, not even that one rolling down your chin. Tomato, a bright red ingredient that gives a tangy kick. Yes, the fruit or vegetable debate is still going. It's a fruit. Potato, a chunky vegetable, a gift from the earth that you never tire of, with its multitude of cooking methods. Oh, that's true. Tofu, freshly made bean product that has a silky smooth, tender texture. Not unless you deep fry it. Almond, a seed with a peculiar fragrance that gives food a refreshing taste. Rice, a grain crop commonly found in Teyvat. People of all walks of life enjoy its distinct grainy texture. As the saying goes, the same kind of rice can feed 100 kinds of people. Shrimp meat, a whole piece of deep sea shrimp meat. Full of nutrients and bursting with delicious flavor. Glabrous beans, a common legume in Teyvat with a light aroma. It can be prepared in a variety of ways, and is thus widely accepted by people all over the world. Coffee beans, a common fruit in Teyvat with a special aroma. It can be used to make beverages after being grounded. Flour, a powder ground from wheat. No matter what it goes into, it brings a sense of satisfaction to the diner. Cream, a dairy product made from milk, an essential ingredient in making pastries. Smoked fowl, fowl that has been smoked. The firmness of the meat gives new texture to dishes. Butter, an extract from milk. With the appropriate application, it can bring rich aromas to even the most basic ingredients. Ham, smoked leg ham. Even the thinnest slice is packed full of flavor. Sugar, a seasoning derived from sweet flowers, has the power to give both energy and happiness. Jam, a gelatinous substance made from fruit and sugar. Even a little bit can easily wake up tired taste buds. Cheese, made from fermented milk. High in energy, it's used in a wide range of dishes. Bacon, smoked strips of pork, crispy with a bit of fat, but not too greasy. Bacon. Sausage, finely minced meat wrapped in a skin. A staple of every meat lover's daily diet. Crab roe, a delicacy specific to female crabs. A rare and prized ingredient that isn't quite to everyone's tastes. Spice, a seasoning with varied flavors. It is made from dried hara fruits and can enrich the taste of a dish. Therefore, Sumeru locals say spice goes well with anything. Raw meat, a fresh chunk of meat, handled properly, and can be used to make delicious food. All kinds of creatures roam the vast lands of Teyvat, some of which have become sources of nutrition for humans. It is said that in the distant past, there existed a species of animal so large they could feed on an entire city for a year. You mean dragons? Fowl. A fresh chunk of fowl, handled properly, it can make a hearty meal. Unlike the land-dwelling creatures of the world, birds belong to the skies, and spend the majority of the time in flight. Birds, therefore, clock up a high amount of physical activity over their lives, which gives their meat a wholly different texture from that of land animals, unless it's chicken. Fish. A fresh fillet of fish, handled properly, it can make a rich dish. Fish are the life and soul of the rivers, lakes, and seas. Crab, a shelled creature that lives near the ocean. Its flaky, delicious meat can easily be made into tasty dishes. Chilled meat. Rare, fresh meat. Oh, hey, Candy. You gotta do your homework? This species of boar is recorded to have gone extinct several hundred years ago, and has been preserved by the extreme temperatures on Dragonspine. For the gourmets of Teyvat, this is an ingredient of unspeakable sacrosanctness. Eel meat. The fresh meat of an unagi/eel. If handled properly, it can be used to make fresh, lovely food. Mysterious meat. Fresh chunk of meat that seems to be radiating an enigmatic aura. I wonder what it'll taste like. Enigmatic aura? Heat shield potion. A miraculous potion that makes one able to withstand high heat. It works not by cooling the body, but by helping the body acclimate to high temperatures. Ah, so it heats up the body. Desiccant potion. A kind of potion that makes one able to withstand highly humid environments, said to act like a desiccant, and be highly effective at keeping items dry. It can also be ingested for the same effect. Frost shield potion. Miraculous potion that helps one acclimate to extreme cold. Induces a chilling sensation when drank. And once this sensation spreads throughout the body, the feeling of being cold disappears. Wind barrier potion. Mysterious potion that makes one able to withstand strong winds. It works wonders for adventurers out in the world, and is even said to keep the cold away. Insulation potion. A potion that keeps one from getting electroshocked. Induces a tingling sensation when drank. However, its principle is to fill the body with inversely charged electrons to cancel out the damage from being electroshocked. Inversely charged electrons? You mean positrons? I mean protons? Oh well, whatever. Dust-proof potion. A potion that keeps one from getting bothered by sand and dust. It has a strange taste, not unlike that of magnets. It keeps the traveler clean from all the sand and dust out there. Dendrocide potion. Side? A potion that boosts dendro resistance and suppresses the growth of plants. Rather than killing the plants, it puts them in deep hibernation. It's also said to be good for the body if ingested. Flaming essential oil. Grants greater affinity for pyro. It is made of materials that gestate pyro. It serves to draw in pyro energy more effectively. It also makes the user more fired up and passionate. Streaming essential oil. Grants greater affinity for hydro. It's a slippery medicine for external use. Able to better channel hydro energy. It has a subtle fragrance. Frosting essential oil. Grants greater affinity for cryo, boosting cryo damage. It has a chilling sensation when applied, and helps one to better channel cryo energy. It also helps to keep you cool-headed and calm. Gushing essential oil. Grants greater affinity for anemo. Has a fragrant smell. It's said that using it during your travels will make you walk as if you're riding on the wind. Shocking essential oil. Grants greater affinity for electro. Induces a tingling sensation on the skin and renders the user better able to better channel electro energy. But comes with a risk of causing an electrical fire that will definitely ruin your perfect hair. Unmoving essential oil. Grants greater affinity for geo. You can feel the fine geo pellets within when applied. It's said to help with physical injuries. Forest essential oil. Grants greater affinity for dendro, boosting dendro damage. It's a nourishing external medicine that promotes growth of plants. able to better channel dendro energy. Well, I gotta find where these recipes are. Unless maybe I actually have them. I just gotta get to a kitchen. Let's go to my pot. I think I already made all that can be made. Round depot. Whoops. Alright, let's go cook. Yeah, basically I haven't actually cooked a bunch of these. So I should cook like one of them. Nice. A deep-fried shrimp dish, hastily cast into hot oil and promptly forgotten about. The result is a disastrous combination of raw shrimp and burnt potato strips.
今日は調子がいいんだ。せっかくだからもっと頑張ろう。
I want to go until I get like a special dish. There we go. All right, a balanced, delicious calla lily seafood soup. A balanced combination of seafood. The crab, mint, and calla lily come together perfectly to dance on your tongue. It reminds you of playing barefoot by the lake in summer. Balanced combination of seafood. The bitterness of the calla lily and the stringency of the mint. The freshness of the fishiness of the crab. Getting all the negatives together like this takes skill. Sauteed matsutake. I might have to be right back. Be like 10 minutes. So, it'll be a while.
Today's のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。 あ、あ、今日のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。あ、お、おー、あ、今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。あ、お、おー、あ、今日は調子がいいんだ。せっかくだからもっと頑張ろう。 のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。あ、お、おー、あ今日のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。あ、お、おー、あ今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。あ、お、おー、あ今日は調子がいいんだ。せっかくだからもっと頑張ろう。あ、お、おー、あ 今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。今日は調子がいいんだ。せっかくだからもっと頑張ろう。あ、お、おー、あお、おー、あ今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。あ、お、おー、あ今日のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。 あ、うーん。あ、今日みたいに暇だと、あれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。お、おー。あ、
Well, good thing. Controller turned off and now it won't turn on. I'm pretty sure that's like a type of bug. Hopefully I wasn't away for too long. Alright. Should work on more cooking, I guess. Or maybe I should read the... No, we'll work on the cooking. Sauteed matsutake. Oh, whoops. Here we go. Delicious sauteed matsutake. Sauteed slices of matsutake. So smooth and fragrant. Eating them is like having the bursting vitality of spring absorbed into your stomach. Sauteed slices of matsutake. A shame that control of the fire was lost. Best you can do now is try to trick people who didn't see you cooking it into thinking they are just potato chips. I own some of them, so seeing as I own them, probably don't need to make them. Pile them up. Yeah, I know I have. These recipes, I just never cooked any of them, so it's never populated my thing. I gotta buy more cheese. Come on. I'm running out of cheese. Something gonna happen now, right? Damn it. Like 10%. 18% chance. Should've gone ages ago. I'm not getting it. There we go, finally. Delicious pile them up. A rich, meaty dish, piled in just the right way to be both aesthetically pleasing and delicious all the way through. I wonder if we can pile it a little higher. A rich, meaty dish. The meat must have been stacked wrong. Yeah, that's it. Now, can this actually be served? I'm one for finishing it anyway, so might as well. Yeah, now I'm a master. Barbados ratatouille. Delicious Barbados ratatouille. A simple chowder with a long history. After much careful stewing, the flavors of 3 different vegetables have been blended to perfection. Like this, it is not hard to imagine why someone once called it the best chowder I've ever tasted. A simple chowder with a long history. Though the animal icon is said to symbolize freedom, perhaps this dish has been a bit too liberal in the making. Perhaps the name Stormy Stew might be more fitting here. Delicious crispy potato shrimp platter. An attractive looking pre-meal snack. The moment this enters your mouth, the springiness of the shrimp and the crispiness of the potato slices form a profound contrast. The fluffy potatoes immediately follow up by melding these flavors together, creating a sweet experience that makes you relax body and soul. An attractive looking pre-meal snack. Too much time was unknowingly spent being preoccupied with the details of this dish's form. The potato slices that were meant to form the base have already gone soft, detracting greatly from the mouthfeel. Does it require 3 fish? Anyway, a seasoned and cooked meat dish. The authentic Leo taste of this aromatic dish makes it a comfort, food for golden agers. That may bring a tear to their eyes. This is Jonghyun chop suey. A seasoned and cooked meat dish. Even if the dish was extremely delicious, it surely doesn't look the part. Even the most popular stores would have trouble selling this. Yeah, it seems like even... I guess those are cucumbers. Have dulled in color.
字が多い。
Okay, delicious, come and get it. A dish made out of a luxurious variety of ingredients. The mixture of meat and vegetables is spot on. The presentation is flawless, and the blend of flavors in the broth brings out the best of everything. Don't mind if I do. A dish made out of a luxurious variety of ingredients, dumped into scalding hot water and boiled beyond recognition. As if the taste of everything and nothing at the same time isn't bad enough, you'll want to watch out for the sand, too. Sand? Oh no. Bamboo shoot soup. I need to get some more bamboo shoots. I'm severely lacking.
今日は調子がいいんだ。せっかくだからもっと頑張ろう。
A soup dish that's been stewed for a good long while. One whiff is enough to whet one's appetite greatly, and the concentrated flavors fill your body with every spoonful of soup. It's almost like spreading a pair of wings and walking on clouds. A soup dish that's been stewed for a good long while. The inexpert heat control has caused the fresh meat to be a bit tough, and the salty ham has covered the expected taste. Bamboo shoots, which have absorbed the flavors of both meats, are probably the only acceptable part of this dish.
今日のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。
Alright, delicious stewing gorba. Marlia's specialty snacks. Chow down on that lovely fragrant crust and the steaming ham sitting atop it. The spices and spiciness race neck and neck into your nostrils, creating an addictive flavor as you're licking at the last finger rather than letting a single scrap go to waste. Marlia's specialty snacks. The browned Nigerian chilies and ham stick together on top of a crust that's barely retained its flavor. You can only tell them apart by the mouthfeel.
嫌なことを思い出した。
Minty meat rolls. A sour and spicy dish. The meat and mint are in exquisite equilibrium. Tender and not greasy, delicate and not bitter. The spiciness awakens the twain's poetic balance with startling clarity as it leaps in your mouth, only to close with a sigh of perfection. Sour and spicy dish. The saltiness of the dipping sauce has completely covered the fresh flavor of the dish. If you don't want to dilute it with water, then you'll just have to scarf it down with a big mouthful of rice. Stir-fried shrimp. A mild and luscious dish. The plump shrimp are packed full of flavor, just waiting to burst out on the first bite, creating wave after wave of indulgent deliciousness, like drops of water falling one by one onto a still lake, ending just as the sweet aftertaste finally begins to emerge. The mild and luscious dish. In an overzealous attempt to prevent the food from sticking to the bottom of the pot, too much oil was added. Despite having been subjected to this rather heavy-duty frying process, the shrimp still have a surprisingly pleasant texture, But mind you don't eat too many, or you'll get a sore throat. Ramen. Tonkatsu ramen.
Oh,
I'm gonna pay a visit to Chinsa village. This last one, I couldn't make it. Oh well, whatever. A steaming hot noodle dish. The springy noodles have absorbed the essence of the soup, and the accoutrements have added all manner of variation to the mouthfeel. The soup has preserved the strong fragrance of the bones used to make it. It goes down gently without that greasy feeling. Before you know it, the bowl's all gone, and you've still got room for more. Kondo cuisine. Okay, slowly stewed local cuisine. Well-honed temperature control has allowed every ingredient to be cooked just right. This is it. The exact same aroma that you smell, simple yet surpassing many delicacies. When you take a stroll through Kondo village at night, surely a village local roaming abroad would begin to miss home if they were to eat this dish made by you. Slowly stewed local cuisine. If the fowl that had not been fried beforehand could still barely be tolerated, the unboiled lavender and melon truly makes this a culinary disaster. Not only is the taste astringent, but the mix even stains your tongue to the point where someone else might think that you were being poisoned. Rice cake soup. Need more fish. Need more of everything. Alright, commonly seen city cuisine. The freshness of light soup forms the perfect backdrop for this original flavor of the ingredients to stand out, giving you that ancient taste of Inazuma City. This back-to-basics cuisine is sure to make you feel warm inside when eaten on a snowy night, as you travel alone. Commonly seen city cuisine. These ingredients have cooked for so long that they have gone crisp. The only way to tell the components apart is by trolling the mix, having a small spoonful, and initiating further analysis. Rice pudding. Okay, a dessert made from rice. The soft, sticky rice and the sweet milk have melded together perfectly, their tastes complementing each other. If you eat it hot, you can enjoy the dense rice grains. If you leave it till it's cold, you can savor the gentle fragrance of milk, each possessing its own beauty. People who eat such a dish cannot help but wonder how many experiments led up to this moment. A dessert made from rice. There must have been some miscalculation in the amount of ingredients to use, as this just tastes like a bowl of overly sweet rice. Well, time to grab some plain drink and scarf it down. braised meat. Okay, a stewed dish. The rich soup sauce and fragrant meat combine to give off an irresistible aroma, while the scattered vegetables are crisp instead of soft, enriching the flavor of the dish. So much so that people tuck in despite the intense heat until there is nothing left but the sauce. Wait, why don't we just dip our bread in that? Yes, why don't you? A stewed dish. The stewing process seems to have been bungled, with the ingredients just have been bundled into the pot to cook together, resulting in wilted vegetables that have all but dissolved into the soup, leaving nothing to this pot but the greasy taste of meat. More and more. Alright, a snack grilled on an iron plate. The rich ingredients have been stacked on atop one another. One bite into the crisp outer layer reveals the soft tenderness within. The lovely sauce clothes the condiments luxuriously, flowing between the lips.
今日のパトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。
One bite into the crisp outer layer reveals the soft tenderness within. The lovely sauce clothes the condiments luxuriously, flowing between lips and teeth alike, en route to the stomach. Even the aroma that lingers in the air has ascended to become part of its unforgettable deliciousness.
今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。
A snack grilled on an iron plate.
嫌なことを思い出した。
It certainly looks the part, but you start getting a bad feeling about this upon first bite. Guess you can't slack off when making food after all, huh? Is unagi chaizuke. Okay, a light and tasty main dish. The tea and soup weave an elegant, fragrant melody, punctuated by the pure white grains, while the unagi baptized in coal fire provides tender, gentle decoration to the mix. The various aromas of eel and tea and the light sweetness of rice mix well on your tongue into something truly sublime. A triple threat not to be trifled with, indeed. A light and tasty main dish. The overly bland tea soup. has been all but overpowered by the taste of the unagi. But you can probably still eat this if you slurred it into some sort of porridge. Five pickled treasures. Pickle rack. Pickled vegetables. The fermentation process has added a layer of flavor to the natural sweetness of the ingredients. The crispy texture is a real highlight, and it spices up rice and wine alike exceptionally. A treasure indeed. Pickled vegetables. That's what they say, obviously, but the result should probably not have such a sour smell. The tender texture is good and all, yes, but yeah, this is just way too sour. Maybe a Samacho might appreciate this. Sakura shrimp crackers.
パトロールはここに行ってからこっちに曲がる。字が多い。
Crispy, crunchy crackers. The lovely hue of the sakura bloom is perfectly preserved, as is the elegant flowing shape of the shrimp. Before you even put it in your mouth, you can already taste the fresh fragrance rushing up your nose. The crispy, refreshing flavor spreads throughout your mouth as you chew, with every bite showing off more of the mingled wonders of sakura and sea. Crispy, crunchy crackers. The result looks a little dull, though the round shape does indicate that these are indeed senbei crackers, albeit ones that taste more like rank shrimp than anything else. Dragon beard noodles. Okay, noodles that are as slender as the hairs on a dragon's beard. The slim noodles are as a waterfall, draping their way into a soup that has captured the very essence of the mountains themselves. The softer mouthfeel compared to the average noodle dish makes it nigh impossible to stop eating once you've started. Noodles that are as slender as the hairs on a dragon's beard. The all-consuming attempt to make the noodles as thin as possible claws the pieces to break up during the cooking process. This is harder than it looks, and you're in need of more practice for sure. Rainbow Aster. Wait, but I have them. Why is it not registered? Maybe I need to cook them once. Is he gonna give me a suspicious dish? Man, Huntao's just killing it. Oh, at the very end. at the very end. Delicious rainbow aster. Unique drink. Calla lilies from Mondstadt and lavender melons from Inazuma meet from across mountains and seas before having their flavors blended together to perfection using smooth milk. Double satisfaction guaranteed. Indeed, it is utterly unsurprising that the ill shogun in the tale was re-energized by the merits of this drink alone. The most unique drink. It certainly looks alright, and it would taste acceptable if you ignore the astringency caused by improper handling of the lavender melons.
今日みたいに暇だとあれこれ考えてしまう。嫌なことを思い出した。
There's taiyaki, a snack shaped like a snapper, fresh out of the oven. This taiyaki gives off a titillating aroma, while it's still a mite scalding to the touch. A single bite causes the sweetness to melt in your mouth instantly. The feeling is akin to watching a fish in a pool bathed in sunset's gleam, its scales attaining a golden sheen. A snack shaped like a snapper. The feeling is way too sweet, with a single small bite leaving you in dire need of some water to wash it all down. Even the sweetest of teeth will find stomaching this a rather tall order. Is omelette rice.
Oh.
'Damn it, hotel, you're too good at cooking. Oh my god.
Oh.
15 and she didn't even manage to make one. A main dish wrapped up in an egg skin, gently poking at the outer layer of the egg skin, which is not wholly cooked yet, wraps itself in its red ketchup crown around the tightly packed white rice, shall prick the appetite of any customer, and after they have partaken joyfully, they cannot help but smile. No, whatever. We'll just look at a dish deep fried in oil. Incorporate the marinated sakura blossom petals into the batter before giving the fresh shrimp and vegetables an even coating, frying and then draining the oil. This all sounds simple enough, but good tempura making is not something achieved in a mere day. What do you mean I have owned 0? Ah, it's just normal. I have delicious, of course. You know what? I'll come back and do this next time. and collect ingredients off stream. Perilous expedition. Right. Well, next one's gonna be event time. Complex cartography. Yeah. At this time, I don't know. I'll make the dishes in advance. Maybe that'll make it better. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll catch you guys next time. Yeah. Peach.